Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going over the Saturday, September 11th MLB games. We have 16 of them, including one doubleheader. It's also the kickoff of the NFL season. Basically, I know we kicked off a couple days ago, but this is the big day, so everyone's teams are going to be in action. Hopefully you guys are kicking around, enjoying, getting ready for that. Otherwise, we're just going to jump into it. A couple of stories along the way, nothing too crazy. The wild card races continue to be pretty nuts. And yeah, let's just jump into it. 16 games. First game, Giants 15, Cubs 4, and the Giants just pummeled them, getting up 6-3 early, and then adding 6 more in the fifth to get it 12-3, and not a whole much after that. Belt hits his 23rd, La Stella his 4th. Schwindler continues to pop off though. 3 hits, no RBIs, but 3 hits, and on the other side, La Stella 3 hit, 5 RBI night. Belt 2 hit, 3 RBIs, and Longoria 2 hit, 3 RBIs. Gosman goes 6, 300 runs, 9 Ks. It looks like he's getting back into form for the postseason, so the Giants are going to get pumped by that. Davies 2 innings pitched, 5 earned runs, 1 K. Giants still have the lead in the division, and if they can hold it, it's going to be very good, because anyone going in that wild card, it's going to be a crapshoot for sure. Rangers 8, Athletics 6, and this could be the final dagger in that. Athletics past month has just been atrocious. They were up 3-0. Then the Rangers put up 2 runs in the top of the 4th to bring it within 1. But we see Oakland put up 3 more in that 4th inning. And it was off the bat of Canna, who hit a 2-run shot. And they were up 6-2. And they're cruising. And they had to win because all the other teams were in action. And they all end up actually winning last night. So the fact that Rangers come back, put up 5 in the 8th, 1 more in the 9th, just puts a damper in this season for the A's, and that really hurts. It really hurts. Peters hits the 11th, Helm is 9th, and Tavares his 3rd, all coming off the bat to the Rangers. And on the A's side, Marte hits his 11th, Olsen his 33rd, Canna his 17th, all coming early in the game, 1st, 3rd, and 4th innings. Irvin goes 7 2-earned runs and 8 Ks. And then they go to the bullpen, and it's been a bullpen issue for the A's as of late, and that's what happens again. Romo ends up blowing it. Benjamin on the other side goes 3.1, 6 earned runs, 4 Ks. First time I've seen his name out there. So, yeah, rough game for sure. First game of the doubleheader, Blue Jays 11, Orioles 2. This game was insane. It was a 3.5-hour, 7-inning game. 14 and 13 hits respectively, both teams committing an error. Back and forth, back and forth. I'm not going to get too much into it, but we see a lot of home runs. Gurriel Jr. his 17th. Vlad Guerrero Jr. hits his 43rd. Jansen his 8th. And Springer hits his 17th home run, coming in that 7th inning after they'd already scored a couple runs. They're still down by 2, or they're down by 1. And 2 out, and Springer hits a 2-run jack that gives them the 1-run lead. Orioles on the other side, they were hitting the long ball too. Santander is 16th. Hayes had multiple home runs, up to 18, and Mountcastle hits his 27th, but it's Wells who gives up 4 earned runs down the stretch. Ryu, starting for the Jays, 2.17 earned runs, 4 Ks. We've seen a couple outings from Ryu this season, and I were like that. It's been not great, but the bats bailed them out beyond belief. Kramer goes 4 or 5 earned runs in the loss. In the second game, same story. The Orioles have the lead going into that 7th inning. Mullins again hits a solo shot, his 29th of the season, so that hits one in both games. And Jays are down 1-0 going into the 7th, and then it happens. They pile on 11 runs in the 7th inning. 4 home runs, Bo Bichette, 23rd, Kirk his 8th, Semien his 39th, and Hernandez his 26th. The poor Orioles bullpen just gets lit up. Akin looked good. He was 6. They went and put him out for the 7th. He couldn't get an out. Ends up getting 3 earned runs, 3 Ks. Tanner Scott comes in next. He gets blown, and then it's just rough from there. Hatch on the other side, just a start for him. 4 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 3 Ks. They're throwing him out there because of the doubleheader. Jays pick up 2 huge wins in the playoff race, and both of them coming in that 7th inning style. Phillies 6, Rockies 1. And after losing back-to-back to the Rockies, the Phillies, they find a win. Of course, they got to keep it interesting down the stretch. We got about 2 weeks left in the season, and they need as much wins as they can get back in this race. 2 games above 500. They were out 4-0 about halfway through after putting up a 3-run 4th inning. Segura hits a solo shot in that 5th, give them an even bigger lead. And then the 7th, Miller hits his 18th, and Harper his 31st to add a couple more runs of insurance. Trevor Story is the lone run for the Rockies, hitting a home run off of Wheeler. Freeland goes 6, 4 earned runs, 3 Ks, and Wheeler 6.21 earned run, 8 Ks, 13 and 9 on the season, 2.86 ERA. Big win for the Phillies and Wheeler in his bid for Cy Young. Rays 7, Tigers 2, and not a lot I'm going to say here. The Rays were out early 3-0. Add a couple more runs in the 4th. Off the bat of Wendell, who hits his 10th home run of the season. And at that point, they're at 5-0. Tigers put up 1 run before the Rays pile on more. And they pretty much closed out there. Tigers do hit an innocent home run at the end in that 9th inning off the bat of Grossman. Archer goes 4, 1 earned run, 2 Ks. Miz goes 3 earned runs and 2 Ks. Really short outing from Miz. 48 pitches, I guess. It's quite a lot for 2 innings, but they're still keeping him very short. So Hutchison ends up eating up most of the things. Game doesn't mean too much. Rays pretty much just getting ready for playoff form. On the other side, this next game, Brewers 3, Indians 0. They are getting fine for playoff form. They combine to no-hit the Indians, and the Indians set a record 3rd time no-hit this season. And that does not include a 7-inning game where they were also no-hits. So that could have very well been 4. And lots of strikeouts, 16 strikeouts coming from the Indian side. The Brewers just generate their runs. Yelich, Navarez hit a couple RBIs, and then Tellez hits the 3rd. Burnes goes 8, no earned runs, of course, and giving up 1 walk. Maybe if he didn't walk the guy, I wonder if they would have sent him out for the 9th. He had 14 strikeouts, 115 pitches. Chances are they wouldn't have sent him out getting ready for postseason. They don't want to push him. Postseason matters more than this game against the Indians. Hader comes in for his 31st save of the season. Plesac, 6 innings pitched, 2 runs, 3 Ks. Good outing. Like, he looked good. Did all right. And believe it or not, every time the Indians have been no-hit this season, Plesac has been on the mound. Strange. Pirates 10, Nationals 7. Back and forth game. Pirates up 2-0 before the Nationals put up some runs in the 4th and 5th to take a 5-2 lead. But in the bottom of the 5th and the bottom of the 6th, the Pirates' offense explodes for 7 runs, and they take the lead there. Zimmerman for the Nationals, 13th home run of the season. Reynolds and Gamal hitting home runs for the Pirates. Both of those guys having 2 hits, 3 RBI nights. Not a whole lot to say on this game. Doesn't matter a whole lot. Crow goes 4, 306 Ks. And Jonah Gray, 5, 5, and 4. But yeah, not too much matters in that game. Angels 4, Astros 2. Astros, like, the Angels can play spoiler, but this game doesn't mean a whole lot. The Astros, again, have a couple game lead on the division. As long as they don't completely crap the bed, they should be all right. The Angels were at 4-0 within the first 3 innings. Refrigo hitting his 4th home run. Pretty much top of the lineup, all getting a couple hits here and there. On the other side, no home runs coming from the Astros. Suarez goes 5.2, 107 Ks. He's going to pick up a 7th win of the season. He's been probably the Angels' best pitcher this season, one of the best. Garcia, 5, 4 runs, 3 Ks. Rough outing. No run support. They're going to get the loss. Another game that doesn't mean a whole lot. A lot of runs here from the Twins side of it, 9-2. I'm not going to sing too much into it. Twins were at 3-0 within the first couple of innings. Royals brought it as close as 3-1 before the Twins offense just piled some runs in the 4th, 5th, 7th. They put up a 3 spot. Buxton continues to be huge, though. He's batting .290, 2 hits and RBI. His 13th of the season. Polanco had multiple home runs. He's at 29 on the season. And we have Gordon, Kepler also hitting it. So the home runs are coming big for them. On the other side, Kansas City just couldn't get much going. The home run's not going. Singer goes 4.2, 607 Ks. He gave up 5 home runs. So Brady Singer, not a good outing for him. Pineda goes 5, 1 earned run and 3 Ks in the win. And the Twins do it right there. Red Sox 9, White Sox 8. And this game was back and forth a couple of times with the White Sox taking the quick lead early. Boston put up a 7 spot in the top of the third to take a 7-2 lead. Travis Shaw, a big part of that with a 3-run shot, his 9th of the season. But it wasn't long. Immediately in the next inning, 4th inning, the White Sox put up 5 and tied up 7-7. So we see the Red Sox just fall apart again after having a big lead. And it's a lot of concern coming into Red Sox town. Garcia hits his 4th of the season. Grandal hits his 20th of the season. Grandal's been monster ever since coming back. 3 hits and an RBI last night. His slugging percentage has been 1,000 since coming back. It's just been monster. And we see the Red Sox do tie it up in the 8th to force extras and win in extras. So at least they got out of it. Seabold, guy I've never heard of, 3 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, giving up 1 home run, and then the bullpen comes in. COVID's still a big part of the problem with the Red Sox, of course. And Dylan Cease doesn't get out of the third after giving up the 7 earned runs to the Red Sox. But the Red Sox found a big win over a team. It's tough. It's a tough win. Cardinals 6, Reds 4, and these guys have got to be playing some of the most important baseball of their careers for some of these guys. Both these teams have been a while since they've been in a postseason race, and Cincinnati was out 4-0 in the top of the third, with the Cardinals putting up 2 of themselves in the bottom. DeJong hits his 17th. In that same third inning, we have India, who helped take the lead, a 2-run shot, and Castellanos, a 2-run shot. So 2 2-run shots in there for the Reds to take that 4-0 lead. But DeJong brings in within 2, and then Arenado in the 8th, a 2-run shot, gives them the lead. His 30th of the season, continues to be a pretty big asset to them. Castillo goes 7, 4 runs, 5 Ks. They pushed him out there for that 8th inning, and it ends up hurting them. Or no, they didn't, but whatever. Nicholas goes 5, 4 earned runs in the no decision. The Reds lose an important game. Braves lose last night after going down 3-0 early. They did bring it close mid-innings, 3 runs. They just generated. Freeman a nice 2-hit, 2 RBI night. But the Marlins, they come in late, get it done. De La Cruz a 3-hit, 2 RBI night, and the rest of the top of the lineup, bunch of hits coming in there. Alvarez, first home run of the season. De La Cruz hits his 4th, and Sanchez his 9th. So this is a 3 home run game from the Marlins. We don't see it too often. It's a bunch of their new names, young guys coming in and making a name for themselves. Hernandez goes 4.2, 3 earned runs and 4 Ks, where Morton goes 7, 3 earned runs and 7 Ks in the loss. Moving on to the New York matchup. They joined arms at the beginning of this game to give respect to the 9/11 tragedies. And then the tragedy, it took to the field, where the Yankees went up 5-0 in the second, but the Mets chipped away. 3 runs in the bottom of the second, another one in the bottom of the third to bring it within 1. Higashioka hits his 10th, Gardner his 8th, and Judge had multiple home runs in this game, coming in that second and in the 8th inning, which the 8th inning is where the Yankees took the lead after giving it up in the 6th and 7th. They came back, put up 3 runs in that 8th, courtesy of Aaron Judge. On the other side, Baez hits his 30th, McCann his 10th, but it's Kluber going 4 runs, 6 Ks. Chapman going in there for his 26th save of the season. Tyler Walker goes 6, 5 runs and 8 Ks. He gets no decision because, of course, they end up coming back with a lead, and then they blow it later in the game. It's a big win for the Yankees. They finally break that winning streak or losing streak that they were on. Much needed for sure. Next up, Dodgers 5, Padres 4. So the Padres needed to win because the Reds lost and they had a chance to take the wild card. This is a potential preview of what the wild card is going to look like. Buehler on the mound for the Dodgers, and probably not the same pitcher that the Padres would send out, but it's an idea. The Dodgers do win, though, with the Giants winning, so they at least are keeping it close. The Giants have so much pressure on them to hold this. Whereas Padres, they need to still get in. Dodgers out 2-0 before the Padres put up a 2 spot in the 4th off the bat of Tatis Jr. hitting his 38th. He had a 3-hit, 3 RBI night. This guy's just been trying to carry these Padres across the finish line. Machado also had a 3-hit RBI night. But after that tie game, we see 3 runs coming off the bats of the Dodgers in the 5th. A 3-run shot. Mookie Betts, his 20th of the season, 2-hit, 4 RBI night. And the Padres put up a couple more in the 8th, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't bring them close enough. Buehler goes 7, 2 earned runs, 5 Ks. Trennian gives them a hold with only giving up 2 earned runs, but it got close, and Jansen comes in for his 32nd save. Paddock goes 4.2, 4 earned runs, 4 Ks. Again, preview of what these guys have come. So far, Dodgers have taken both, I think. But when it comes down to it, we'll see. Diamondbacks 7, Mariners 3. Mariners had a lead 2-1 after 1, but the Diamondbacks put up a 4 spot in the 4th and didn't look back after that. 2-run home run off the bat of Varsho, pretty much just the biggest difference. 9-hitter, Henneman a 3-hit, 4 RBI night. Haniger hits his 31st, and Kelenic his 9th for the Mariners, but those are all the runs they can get. Haniger, of course, a 2-run shot, and Kelenic a solo shot in answer of that 4-run inning, but that's it. The Mariners lose a bad one, and it's a bad spot to lose because everyone else in the race is winning, and they're one of the odd teams out, so Oakland and them lose right now. So the Jays are now the solo holder. Well, I guess they're tied with the Yankees for that last spot in the wild card, and the Red Sox have that 1-game lead. Flexen goes 5, 504 Ks, getting the loss. Castellanos, the pitcher, 5.13 runs, 4 Ks. And yeah, there you have it, guys. 16 games in the books, lots of wild card action. Everyone seems to matter. Like the big races are going to be coming down to the wire. This American League East is just heating up for that wild card race, getting super exciting. The National League West continues to be close, even though the Giants keep getting a chance to pull away. The Dodgers they maintain pace, and we see the Central and the National League side. They're playing for the wild card with the Reds, Cardinals, and Padres, and we've got about 2 weeks left. So really, it's going to come down to whatever team can go on a streak down the stretch. Otherwise, everyone enjoy this football Sunday. Everyone looks forward to the week 1 of the season. Everyone gets a fresh start. Anything can happen. Hopefully your teams do well. Let me know in the comments below what you're going to be watching this Sunday. Baseball, football, probably a little bit of all of it. But thanks for watching, guys. We will see you out there for power rankings tonight and for those next videos tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Peace out.